Good morning and welcome to Johnson's Garden Time. Jeremy, I'm going to call this the transition time of the year for our turf because we're approaching Labor Day and there's things that both summer and fall we can be doing right now.
Kind of got the unofficial start of fall next week with Labor Day coming up, but you know, we're kind of, like you say, in the transition period of some things happening in our turf and some weed problems that we're looking at. So we'll look today at what we can do to those turf areas.
We're going to be talking about seeding lawns in upcoming issues, but people can start doing that if they're ready to go. But we're going to talk about weed and fertilization right now. And what we're seeing right now in our lawns, and we've had great moisture this summer, but is both some broadleaf and grassy type weeds and even some sedge.
You know, and those weeds we're getting late in the season, those weeds are oftentimes mature and maybe more difficult to kill, but you know, what we do right now is kind of help to stop those weeds in their tracks. We may not get rid of them completely, but it's going to maybe help them from going to seed and causing problems in the future.
And the one that we're talking about primarily is crabgrass, and it's tough to kill right now, but we can, like I say, slow it down and maybe kind of stop it in its tracks from seeding.
You know, the Weed Out with Crabgrass Killer is a product, is a broadleaf weed killer, also going to be a crabgrass killer. Works real well when crabgrass is small, so we're going to need a couple applications of this to really put a stop to it.
Okay, and you mentioned broadleaf weeds, and there's some things that we're seeing right now. We've got dandelions, which will be in the turf, and also spurge. There's black medic, there's clover, which we see in our turf also.
And again, the Weed Out with Crabgrass Preventer is going to work on those if you've got those in the turf area, or you've got the weed free zone, which is a very good weed killer. You want to use this under 90 degrees if you're using the weed free zone.
Okay, then we also will see nutgrass in our turf areas, which is another one of these two groups of weeds.
So this one here, you've got, you can see there's just a little nutlet on there. So
right.
you pulled this one up. A lot of times what happens when we pull these up, you're going to leave that nutlet, which is actually a seed for that plant. So that's going to basically plant that for next year. So a herbicide control is going to really be our most effective way to control this, because it's going to translocate down and kill that seed as well.
Okay, and then also fertilization, we can do that now, and some insect control as well.
You know, the winterizer for sure on our warm season lawns, Bermuda grass and buffalo, we can put a last application on. Fescue, we're maybe a couple weeks away from that recovery winterizer period that we can put down.
Okay, if we're seeing our lawns decline, it could be grubs, where the grub killer works very well, works in 24 hours. So we've got everything you need in our stores to take care of your lawns. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.